Thank you. I am currently a film major at Drexel University, which I guess makes me a future mailman. So, I've been very fortunate, though. I've been able to intern for a few different TV shows around the country, and my favorite one was when I was a sophomore. I took a semester off, and I interned for the Conan O'Brien show, Conan on TBS. And it was a real surreal experience. It was very Hollywood. It was my first time ever being in Los Angeles, and I moved there, and for 6 months, every morning, I got off my brother's couch, I rode my bike through sunny California, and showed up to work at the iconic Warner Brothers lot. And it was so neat. I actually saw John Stamos eating spaghetti in the cafeteria alone. And I couldn't come up to him because he was at work. That was how cool it was. So, but the most Hollywood experience that I had in California was in my first week working at Conan. So, on my first day, I get there, and an intern that had been there for about a week gave me a little tour of the studio. He showed me the stage, he showed me backstage, he showed me the offices, and then he showed me the kitchen. And this wasn't just a kitchen, this was a comedy writer's kitchen, meaning this place had all the food that a 12-year-old could ever want. It had Oreos, Pringles, fruit roll-ups, Chips Ahoy, it had everything. And then he opened the fridge and it had all of the name brand sodas. It was beautiful. And on the top shelf of the refrigerator, it was filled with only one kind of drink, acai berry vitamin water. And one thing about me, I love vitamin water. I will drink it every day if I can, and my favorite flavor is acai berry. So I asked him, I said, "Are we allowed to take any of this?" He said, "You can take all of this. This is all yours." And I was like, thank God, I'm only getting school credit for this. Whatever. So then I drank probably 3 of those vitamin waters every day for the first 5 days that I worked there. That first full week, I drank 15 different vitamin waters. And on that Friday, I was walking to lunch with one of the assistants, and I had one in my hand, and she spotted it, and she goes, "Where did you get that?" And I said, "I got it from the kitchen." She said, "You are not allowed to take the acai berry vitamin waters." And I was like, "I thought the interns could take whatever we want." And she said, "You can, except the acai berry vitamin waters." So I did the right thing. I took one more, and then I was done. And then that Monday, the next week, I was hanging out in the kitchen with some of the other interns. And then all of a sudden, a hush fell into the room. And I turned around, and Conan O'Brien had walked into the kitchen. Now, if you're familiar with who Conan O'Brien is, you know everything about him is big. He is 6'5", he's got bright orange hair, he's got these long limbs that he uses, and then he's got a very high, yet still very powerful, intimidating voice. But he's also a super sweet guy. And when he came in, he made some joke about him having a restraining order against us, and it lightened the mood. But then, he goes to the refrigerator, he opens it up, and his eyes go straight to the top shelf. And I swear I saw him do this. I saw him slowly lift up his hand and go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Who the hell is taking my vitamin water? And he turned around and he kind of looked around at us, and I was in complete shock. I was in total panic mode. But finally, he left, and I had no more inner struggle on whether to take a vitamin water ever again. So for the rest of the time that I was working there, I never took another vitamin water, but I always brought my own. Thank you, guys.